Hello and welcome to Jimmie Connection. I'm Austin Mack and today I'm joined with Alyson Leas. Alyson?
Nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for joining us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, like Austin said, my name's Alyson. I'm an admissions counselor here at the University of Jamestown. I serve Eastern North Dakota, all of South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. Love UJ. I was a student here from 2008 to 2012. So when the opportunity came up to kind of, spread the love and extend the Jimmie family, I jumped right on it and just love getting out there and making sure that students are getting the same opportunities that I did, expanding their future to UJ.
Awesome. And as a student, what kind of activities, what did you major in, all those kinds of things?
Well, I was a history and political science major, and I was an education major for 3.5 years, and then had kind of a, midlife crisis, quarter-life crisis, senior year. So then I just went straight history and political science and dropped the education. I was involved in a few activities, one being student senate. Tried to kind of get the history club going. It's much more active now than it was back in my day. But
Awesome. As a admissions counselor, what does that all entail?
This time of year, we're out on the road. We're doing college fairs, we're visiting high schools, eating a lot of gas station food, pounding the pavement. But then, as we get more into winter, it's about, helping students through the application process, reaching out, making sure they're sending in, transcripts, ACTs. But then, after admissions, we're just there for kind of, tackling the college preparation. What's the FAFSA? Oh my gosh, how do I fill this out? Talking about dorms and making the transition and how's the pizza? Is there class on Saturday?
You guys are kind of a jack of all trades.
Exactly. So we're just there. Again, my favorite line to tell students, this is a big scary step, but our job is specifically to make it a lot less scary.
And you mentioned Eastern North Dakota and South Dakota. You travel quite a bit then.
Yep. So I hit mostly all of those schools in Eastern North Dakota, and then down in South Dakota, I just did a ton of college fairs. I was down in Rapid City for 2 weeks. Oh darn, I had to work from Mount Rushmore. Oh, what an awful view from
No
work.
kidding.
Oh, crap. My boss is going to see this, isn't he? No.
We can cut that.
No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, all over South Dakota, and it's all just about, you go to some places where, we have a lot of current Jimmies from this school. It's been a great place for us. And then you go to some schools that, they've never heard of us, but you get that foot in the door. So, sometimes it's kind of like you're comfy, you're at an extension of home, and sometimes that you're the only orange and black to step foot in there in a few years. So it's a good mix. I like it.
Yeah. What does being a Jimmie mean to you?
To me, being a Jimmie means family. Everybody has your back, whether it's in the classroom, on the court, on the stage, or in adulthood. After you graduate, you're still a Jimmie, and there's still professors and people you met here that are willing to kind of lay it all down for you. So just having that support, regardless of what you're going through, whether it's directly related to something your academic advisor can help with or not, you just have those supports.
So you mentioned you have a master's in history, correct?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your favorite subject in history?
Well, you can go over to Lingstead and ask Dr. Joy, and he'll know that I'll talk your ear off about Abraham Lincoln. But my thesis and everything is about agricultural history and kind of the changes in North Dakota. So born and raised in North Dakota, obviously went to school here. So really kind of those changes throughout the state history is kind of my focus.
Yeah. And then outside of history and admissions, what are some of your hobbies and passions?
I read a lot, but mostly history books. Again, nobody ever asks me for recommendations of what to read because they know they're going to put them to sleep.
Yeah.
I love to travel, which again makes this kind of a perfect job for me. Jimmie athletics, got to get that Jimmie football in. Jimmie hockey, what a great addition to campus. But really everything. Jimmie related plays. Can't wait for the theater season to start up again. So I'm a big fan of being back on campus.
So you've been a student here, you're now an employee. Can you tell me your favorite aspects of both and also maybe that transition?
All right. Well, I graduated here and I went off into the real world for 3 years. Decided that the real world was a scary place. So, like I said, came back here when that opportunity to spread the Jimmie love came up. Like when I was a student here and still now, that aspect of the closeness and being around students. I was a Jimmie ambassador when I was a student, so giving tours and things like that. But the best part of making the transition to staff member is that I feel there's so much I can do to get these high school seniors here, and I just feel I can help them so much now. To get those experiences that I loved not that long ago.
Yeah. So you travel everywhere.
Everywhere.
So there's a lot of different aspects to that. What's your favorite part of traveling other than your job?
Other than my job, gosh, being out on the road, I love it. Different scenery every day. But just the different things I get to see, world's largest everything. I had the world's best hot wings in Aberdeen, allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Midwest best.
Yeah.
Maybe. Patty melts. You have to eat somewhere when you're out on the road. Gas station food can be terrifying. You can ask me about that later. But every small town I stop at, you gotta taste test the patty melt. So, if that's something you're into, I have a list of 15 and they are ranked with a rubric. So that's kind of, keeps it interesting because nobody likes to eat out every day. So give yourself a goal.
Yeah. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say with this one, but what is your favorite color and why?
Orange.
Yeah.
Yep. When I was 14, I convinced my mom to let me paint my room Jimmie orange. I even painted the ceiling. And I got a call, I was 19, moved to college, and I got a call from my mom just yelling because she had gone through like 5 coats of gray paint trying to cover up Jimmie orange. But I tell you what, it stands out. I was just at a college fair with about, I think they had 60 schools there. There was one orange tablecloth. So our recruits knew where to find us.
Right. That concludes our episode of Jimmie Connection. Thanks for watching. You can like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week.